Hi YouTube. So I was just coming to talk to y'all real quick about this whole WAP video with Megan and Cardi B. And I'm just looking at how everybody's reacting to the music, which is weird to me because none of this is new. Like, people been talking like this forever. Now, my thing is, if we're going to talk about this, why not talk about what needs to change about this whole situation? Like, I personally don't think public talks about sex is empowerment. I don't think any of it should exist at this point, knowing the effects it has on young men and young women. Men don't trust women who act like this, and women don't trust men who talk like this or act like that either. As far as the way we over sexualize each other, like men over sexualize women, so now women are over sexualizing themselves, sex sells, all of that nonsense is going on. And at this point, it should just be stopped because it's not building anybody up. I don't know why they're saying that it's supposedly empowerment. It's not empowerment. It's really not. It's looking like it's a competition of who could talk the most, like, disrespectfully about the opposite sex. To me, that's what it's looking like. And it's looking like degrading themselves publicly and degrading the opposite sex publicly, lyrically, is like giving people points, I guess. To me, it looks like at this point we shouldn't even be encouraging the continuation of this type of talk in music, speaking in general, not about any specific person, only because we see that it doesn't encourage anybody to do anything that is really empowering to themselves or other people. Honestly, it's just breaking everybody down. Like, when young girls look at those videos, they look at how they don't have what those two people have, like, as far as the body, the status, and so they aim to go for those type of things, and then they talk like them, and they live their life like those people. And yes, those people say they are not here to guide anybody. So at the end of the day, if you're not intending on guiding anybody, but you see that your music has a negative effect on people, it would be wise to just not do it. Like, I understand everybody wants to say sex sells, and that shit needs to be over with too. Like, people really need to cut it out. Like, all of this public, like, all of this public exposure of, like, sex needs to stop. All of this talk about your body parts and what your sex does to people, and even the dudes that's talking about their body parts and what they do to females, and that all of that shouldn't be in music, because at the end of the day, who is it helping? What is it beneficial to know what you do in the bedroom? It's not beneficial to nobody, to me. And like I said, it just has the opposite effect. It puts people in a bad predicament when it comes to relationships, when it comes to how they're motivated to get where they want to go in life. It takes them on a bad route instead of that empowerment talk that people are saying right now. So that's just my opinion about it, my thoughts on it. If anything, I know it's not going to change anybody's opinion, and it's not meant to. It's just something that you should probably think about. Like, do you trust people? Like, as a male, do you want to be in a relationship with somebody who's talking like that or doing those things? No. And as a woman, I wouldn't want to be with a male that is over sexualizing females and saying how they, you know how they do. It's only about sex with females. You can't build nothing with nobody like that. You can't build nobody with neither one of them energies. So, I mean, music is music, but at the end of the day, it does have an effect on people. So we should be more conscious at this point in 2020 about the messages that we send out to people, because you're not here to break people down knowingly or unknowingly. So just being more aware. That's all. And I love all music, and I listen to all music. So it's not like I'm like not with the shits. I really do fuck with the music, but I mean, if you really want to, since it's a topic, since it's a topic, why not speak on the effects that it actually does have, and how nobody actually wants to be with somebody like that. So like, why even say it's encouragement and it's empowering for women to see that type of stuff when really it's not. You know what your sex life is like. You don't need somebody else to brag about their sex life to feel empowered. I don't understand that part. Only thing I could say is empowering in a sense is that women are not afraid to speak up. But you don't have to speak on certain things. Certain things is just not. It's not for public. It's not for the public. So I feel that way about music and movies, commercials, everything. I feel like sex should not be in all of that. Like, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be in there. It shouldn't be in movies. It shouldn't be in music. But yeah, that's just my opinion. And only reason that I feel that way is because of the people who are watching and the effects. Everybody is not strong mentally. Some people just follow the crowd. Some people follow whatever is going on in society, maybe their neighborhood. I don't know. And a lot of people do follow these artists and want to, be like them. And these actors and stuff like that. And they want to be like the things they see in the movies. So it's like we all need to be more aware of what we're actually doing, even if your intentions are not one thing. What actually happens is important. So if your intentions is to just make a song about whatever you're making that song about, for example, that WAP song, I don't think they were thinking about, oh, girls is going to be wanting to be in this type of environment and do this, and that they see in the video, or the things that they hear me talk about in the songs. I don't think that they think women are going to want to do that, but I think that it kind of goes, it's for a crowd of women who actually already do that kind of stuff, I guess you could say. And then it's other women or little girls growing up or developing into women, and they're like, well, maybe that's the way I should go, or because it's working for her to work for me type of stuff. It's too much. I think we should just cut it all out, and you know what I mean? Make songs about other stuff. It's so much stuff you can make a song about. You don't have to make songs about sex. It's crazy because it's a lot of people, like, because of how much sex is being promoted, some people out here with problems, that like mental problems, when they see certain things, it trigger them to do certain things. Just like they say with rap music, certain people with certain energies, if they hear a certain song talking about killing and doing stuff like that, and they in the energy where they feel that way, they go out and they do it. Like, those things should be considered when you're making your music. It's just a lot to that. though. Like, even, or when you're making the movies as well, like, even the point of having these public talks about sex, certain people are not mentally able to handle these kind of conversations. So when we seeing these spikes in people either having kids with multiple people, or people getting into deep situations, you know how they talk about fucking other people men and all of that, and then they go out and they doing that, they're getting themselves into other shit, you know, like, it's just, I feel like sex is really fucking up a lot of stuff. Excuse my language, I know I'll be cursing sometimes, but yeah, I feel like sex is the way people react to sex is causing more damage to society than any good. Multiple partners, that's diseases, that's stuff like that. Promoting, like, being nude all the time, things like that, that's causing issues because it's a distraction, basically. It's a distraction from everything that is important in life, basically. That's what I'm saying. And we need to focus more on what's important in life. That song is not important. The effects that it has on society, that's important. Other songs, things, the way people behave that make songs like that, it affects society as a whole. So I understand that people who make music are not intending on being role models and changing nobody's life and things like that. But if we're going to talk about it, talk about the fact that it don't need to be done no more. Like, everybody, there's nothing more you could say under the sun about sex. Like, come on, like, let it go. That's all I'm saying. For real. There's nothing more you could say about getting money and drugs and growing up in the hood. It's nothing you can say under the sun that ain't been said already. So why do it? It's time to make some changes. Like, stop. That stuff need to just be cut out. Let's start talking about, like, real stuff. Like, healing your inner self, you know? Talk about your journey as far as how you've accomplished things within yourself. Your like, not material wise. The growth of you internally, spiritually, mentally. That's the kind of songs that should be promoted, because then it will have a positive effect on the young people and the people who are of the same age as the person who's making the music, even older people. It'll have a positive effect on everybody. And music is meant to be a positive outlet. That's what it's meant for. So, even in movies, it's supposed to be a creative, positive outlet. Like, you don't have to have sex in all these movies in order to make the movie sell. If everybody's doing their part on their selves, spiritually, mentally, then it would be more positivity put out in these songs and in these movies. So I feel like the biggest challenge at this point is for these people that are making music to look in that look at their inner selves, heal their inner selves, so that they can put out more positive energy. That's my opinion.